Don't get scared, it's fine. Hello, welcome to the video. I'm just doing some openers now for the cyclocross race tomorrow, back in Yorkshire for the final Summer League cyclocross race. It's a week since I was at Tameside doing the crit. Barely been on my bike since then. Been a bit ill, had a bit of a hangover from a wedding. I'm such a lightweight now. A few drinks and I'm gone. So gonna do a few openers today, a few race pace efforts to try and get back into that sort of zone, that frame of mind as well, and see if I can weight the legs up. Also, I know I've not got my helmet on, but I'm on a pedestrianised road here. You don't really get anyone driving down here, it's just around the corner from my house. Okay, and here we are at the race footage, right, and off we go. I just missed out on gridding in this race. I think I'm currently at this point 21st in the league, and they grid the first 20 riders. We've got a Northwest chap on the left there in the red and white. He's a fellow Northwest rider come across the border to Yorkshire to battle against their finest bike racers. So we've got quite a frantic start as per usual here. I'm going to talk you through the first lap like I normally do, sort of guide you through various twists and turns. And it starts off here with kind of a slalomy bike ride around just a football field basically. And we're slowly making our way down this hill, just going back and forth. And as usual, it's frustrating at the start because there's so many people you can't choose a line. What we're doing now, it's a bit like a crit actually. We're sort of coming out of these corners and sprinting. Everyone always goes a bit too hard at the start. It seems to be the pattern of cyclocross. The first lap, you just can't pace yourself, because if you try and pace yourself, you're 50 riders down. So you just have to just follow. This is where it is like a crit, the first lap of a cyclocross race, I think. So you have those fun sort of corners there, and then you've got this big uphill bit here, and it's a lot steeper than it looks on the video. And this is one where I really try and pace myself throughout the race on this one, this little bit actually, because I know that there's a downhill coming with a big left hand here that you can easily misread and go into the tape, as a lot of people did. So you don't want to be too hard going into that. And now, last year we rode that off-camber bit on the left, and that was really good fun. But they pulled that out this year for some reason. And we've got a big downhill and an uphill here, and you can see how everyone's running up there. I chose to run up it just because I thought there's so many people that I thought it's quicker to unclip and not, because if you don't unclip and you try and ride up it, there's a good chance you'll get stuck behind someone and fall off. So for at least the first lap I decided that I would run up it. Back to more sort of swooping turns now. We're coming back into that field, and it gets a little bit more stretched out now because the speed's picked up quite significantly. Last year I had a bit of an argument with a rider coming around this corner. He was annoyed that I didn't hold his line up. Someone's just cut through me there. This chap in the orange is one of my peers. I seem to see him in every race. I think the last 3 or 4 races at this point he's accelerated and I've never seen him again. So I'm determined to stick with him now, because this has been happening to me quite a lot. I've been losing these little battles. So we've got an actual sand pit here, in a nod to the Belgian and the Netherlands cyclocross races. It's really good fun doing that. They have that in quite a few of the Yorkshire races. It's good practice. And now we've got this long drag. This is where the race started, and this is where I'm sort of at my strongest. So I'm not even really attacking here, I'm just maintaining my speed. And yeah, on the charge I get a bit of an ego boost doing these sort of things. It makes me feel good. But yeah, obviously the orange guy is still there. The other 2 that we went past there, they're sort of gone now basically. They couldn't respond to that little attack. So now we're going to sort of battle for quite a bit really. I've realised he's sort of stronger in certain parts. I'm a bit quicker on the corners. So I decide that I'll just try and stick with him. Another chap overtakes me. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to ride a consistent race this time. I've decided. I'm looking at my heart rate, I'm keeping my eye on my heart rate, and I'm thinking, I know where I'm strongest. This is where I'm strongest, on these flat draggy bits here. So not even really upping my speed that much, but able to sort of go on the attack. And then this is it. I'm carrying on here, just carrying on with the attack, trying to get round. And it doesn't quite work off again, but it's putting people in pain, and that's what you got to do in racing. Is every time that you're in pain, you've got to remember that you're putting the other person in pain as well. And it's just who's willing to suffer more generally. If you can work out you're on a similar level of fitness, it's just who's willing to suffer more. So I'm making that decision that I want to do it. And again, I realise I'm quicker at the corners, so I want to get in front of him as quick as I can on these corners. That's definitely the advantage of doing these criteriums I've been doing, is I'm quicker on the corners. Okay, so this is a few laps later now, and here comes my one of my rivals. If I'm level with this guy, I know I'm doing well. This guy is always around about 20th place or something like that. He always seems to be a bit stronger than me, and he's always attacking me just when I'm tired. He's obviously a very clever racer. So that draggy bit there that I was sort of talking about overtaking people on, he's overtaken me on it. So you can imagine for my morale that's actually quite frustrating, because I'm thinking I'm really strong on this bit and that's where he attacks me. So that's really good racing from him there. But again, I'm quicker than him on the corners. Look at this, how much he's braking compared to me. I was really trying not to brake on the corners. It's something I've learned from doing the crits. That's really helped me, so I've managed to overtake him again now. And that's really where I felt like I had a good advantage on those corners. So here we go, we come to this hill again, and like I said, I'm trying to pace myself. Boom! And he goes, and this time I can't answer. And this is the only mistake I made in the race really. I was trying to be very consistent throughout the whole race, not let my heart rate get over 180. And I thought, no, I'll let him go, because I could feel I was on the edge. But in retrospect, I wish I'd have just tried everything to stick with him. I really wish, because you can see this gap there, this gap where he's turning there. We maintain pretty much this sort of 5-6 second gap for the entire race. I think there's about 3 laps to go at this point. And I really wish I'd just put in that extra little bit of effort to catch up with him, because we just maintain that similar sort of gap. I think he just turned a little bit earlier there, so maybe 10 seconds away. But yeah, that's the only frustration from this race. I was really happy with how it went otherwise. Just come past this guy again. It's these cornering bits is where I'm doing really well, and I'm really happy with how that's worked and how that's translated from doing the criteriums. And now we're on to the final lap. So it gets a bit more frantic now. You can see we're starting to lap a lot of riders. It's quite a tiring course, so it really sort of highlights the differences between riders, and you're just trying to squeeze past. I've got the actual leader behind me now as well, and he's just shouting, trying to get past, and it all gets a bit anarchic. So that's him in the grey suit there, and every other time I've ridden up here. Oh, there we go, right, down. Alert, alert, I'm down. Yeah, that's just panicking, knowing it's the last lap, and knowing I've got 5 people behind me desperately chasing me. Sometimes that can be quite stressful, sometimes it can be really good fun. This time I found it stressful because I knew I was in a good spot. I knew I was feeling good. I could tell by the people around me that I was doing well. So here I am, I'm just trying to give it my all for this sort of final bit now. And because I've just been lapped by the leader, I think a lot of people think I'm second in the race, which is a bonus. And last year he lapped me about halfway through the race, so I know I've done far better this year. So I'm really happy with that as we come over the line. And if you listen to my breathing, I'm dead. I'm just dead. Right, all done. Fantastic race, absolutely buzzing. I gave it my all, emptied myself out, and I feel like it went really well. Really good to be back racing cross. Been a brilliant summer season. Right, the results are out. 21st place. Excellent, really buzzing with that. I know I said 20th, but I was 1 place off and I was like 10 seconds behind the other guy, so come on, give me a break. Yeah, so that's done. Summer League is done now. Winter League starts in 1 month's time. I'm going to do the Criterium next week, and I'm just going to carry on training, trying to get really strong for Winter League now. I'm going to get some money hopefully from the Summer Cycle.
That's what it's all about, baby.
Cross League, so that's a real bonus. Yeah, I've got a Tameside video that I'll be doing next week, and then I'm going to do a bit of a contentious video. I'm going to call it Which is Better, Crits or Cross. I'll have a bit of experience of both by then, and I'm going to compile a bit of a video to see the pros and cons of each, and hopefully start a few arguments. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please click subscribe, please like, please share it with your mates, let everyone know. Let me know if you want to see anything different, anything better, anything worse. Let me know. Thank you very much for watching.